Okay, so in 2 months from now, Korean Zombie will get his revenge on Brian Ortega. So excited for this fight, guys. So, October, it's not too far away. Fingers crossed that, this fight actually happens because I think it's going to be a really great one. And I think that, so my pick, the person I think is winning is definitely Korean Zombie. But let me know in the comments who you think is going to win because listen, I was a big fan of Brian Ortega. I really was. You know why? Because, he's all about like helping kids and helping the unfortunate. And all of his interviews, seemed like, he's just like an overall good guy and he wants to like help out and like just be a good person. And then you see this happen. And what's crazy is that even his apology was fake. And I really don't understand what he thought was going to come from this. Like, is this guy an idiot? Like, dude, is he an idiot? Because how did he think that this was going to benefit him? And the way that he did it too, he actually waited till Korean Zombie went to the bathroom. Like, do you think you're going to come off as some tough guy? Like, hi, is your name Jay Park? Okay, I'm gonna punch you now. Like, and waiting for, and like, continuing to look over to see, oh, Korean Zombie's still there. I'm not gonna do it yet. Oh, Korean Zombie's still there. I'm not gonna do it yet. Oh, he got up to go to the bathroom. Okay, I'm gonna go do it now. Like, what is wrong with this guy? Like, and I think he really realizes now, like, looking at it now, that was a bad judgment call. And obviously, he did apologize, but he said something so whack. He said something like, oh, I apologize for punching the K-pop star, but I don't apologize for punching an instigator. And it's just like, dude, what? Why was he an instigator? Like, learn that language so you can freaking see that he said literally verbatim what he said, basically. Like, he said, you're avoiding me. And you know what? He's allowed to do trash talk. Korean Zombie's allowed to have some trash talk. It's actually good for this sport, believe it or not. Like, so why are you getting angry at, like, all right, so apparently he thought that Jay Park made it up, and it's just like, why are you assuming that? Like, before you assault someone, before you assault some non-MMA fighter and look like a jerk, why don't you like do some research and first figure out what the hell is going on instead of being this emotional POS, like, what the hell? Like, listen, and don't get me wrong, I was a big fan of Ortega, but not anymore. I think he's just like, he lost so many fans. Like, he lost like sponsorships. Like, he just looks like a jerk. He looks like a bully. Like, you're a professional MMA fighter and you're punching some translator. Like, why? Like, even if he did instigate, even if he did do things like maliciously and everything you thought in your mind was true, right? Like, how did you think that you were going to somehow look like the hero? Like, how did you think you were going to look like a tough guy? He's not a professional fighter, And the way that he waited for Korean Zombie to go to the bathroom. Oh my gosh, guys. So yeah, I think going into this fight, I think both of them are going to be super emotional. I cannot wait for the stare down. I think that's going to be gold. I'm, a huge fan of stare downs. I think maybe I even like the stare downs more than the fight sometimes because, sometimes fights are boring and the stare downs are like so good and like exciting and juicy and it's just like, wow. And then the fight like somehow sucks. But like, I love stare downs. I love stare downs because I think so much of this sport, like MMA fighting, is just so, it's all in your mind. Like, it's psychological. It's like about self-belief. Of course, it's physical techniques, training, of course, like all of that. But like, I think, if you don't have like up here correct, if you don't, and I think Brian Ortega going into this fight, even though that like assault happened a while back, I think he's going to have to relive it over and over again, like in his interviews with the fans, what's going online, like tweets, like he's going to be constantly reminded of what a jerk he was. And, just, it was just a poor judgment call on his behalf. Like, it just didn't make any sense. And I think now he has like a heavy feeling about it. I think he's gonna go into the fight like with his head down. You know, I think he's gonna feel bad. I think he's gonna feel like a jerk, which he should feel like a jerk, because he is, for doing what he did. And I think everyone's gonna call him out on it. And I don't see him winning the fight. I really don't. I think he's gonna like self-sabotage the fight. If anything, he's gonna get in his own way. But you know, who knows? Who knows what will happen? Let me know in the comments who you think is gonna win this fight, and also like what you think about all of this, because I don't know, like I'm trying to understand like what did he think was gonna happen by doing it in the style that he did that, and like why didn't he just like calm down and like just look at it, you know, like for what it is. Like why do you have to blow it up into that? Like the only thing I'm thinking is like maybe he wanted that to happen. Like maybe he just wanted more eyeballs on him. He definitely got like more attention. I don't know if it's good attention, but you know, they say any press is good press. So like maybe he did that to kind of like stir the pot and like get his name out there, but like I don't know, it just doesn't make sense, you know. So let me know in the comments who you think is gonna win. Thanks.